The next one will be this one. Actually, this problem is taken from the APCS test. No, not this one. That's not right. This one, I'm sorry. From the APCS. All right, here we take a decimal integer and have the odd numbered digits and the sum of the odd numbered digits as A. Have the sum of even numbered digits as B. Then we have the absolute value of the difference of A and B. We call this as the sacred difference of the integer. All right? You seem to be very familiar with this process when you were in the elementary school. When you were in the elementary school, did your teacher teach you how to decide if a number is a multiple of 11? Yes. How do you tell if a number a multiple of 11? It's actually the same thing here. The teacher will ask you to take the sum of the odd numbered digits and minus the even numbered, the sum of even numbered digits. If the result is still a multiple of 11, then the original number is a multiple of 11. Do you know what I'm talking about? So you have done this before. But now it's easier. You are not going to tell if it's a multiple of 11. The only thing you need to do is take the only thing that you need to do is calculate the difference of these two, all right? So let's go ahead and solve this problem. Yes? Yes. All right. So now we are going to have a x is equal to inputs. We don't convert it into integers. Why not? Why don't we convert that into an integer? Why? I'm asking you guys. Why? Why don't we convert it into an integer? Because we are going to try to slice it. We are going to use the subscript. There's no subscript. An integer is not subscriptable, all right? All right, here. Now we have A as the odd numbered digits. And how are we going to do it? We will take x and then we will slice from the beginning to the end and every two numbers. Do you see that? And now we have to convert every single digit that we sliced out to integers. So we're going to map it in map int function to all these. Do you know what I'm talking about? And the next thing is we have to calculate the sum. We need to calculate the sum. All right? So we need to put a sum function. We need to use the sum function to calculate the sum of each digit. All right? Any question? No? Then we copy this statement and then change it into B. This time, how are we going to get the even numbered digits? How? Even numbered digits. How are we going to get the even numbered digits? We change it into 1, all right? So when we have A and B, next thing we need to do is A minus B. Is that right? Is that right? Is that what the problem is asking for? No, why not? We need to have the absolute value. All right, absolute value. Absolute value. All right. So, but how are we going to get the absolute value out of it? I'm going to say it's easy. We need to put a vertical line here and a vertical line there, and then that's absolute value, right? Yes. No. That's in math, but not in Python. In Python, we have a different way of getting the absolute value. All right. So what's the way of getting the absolute value in Python? Did I show you the 69 built-in functions in Python? We have 69 built-in functions in Python. And the very first one is APCS. And what is APCS? Absolute value. It actually stands for absolute value, APCS. APCS, OLUT. Absolute value, all right? We take the first letters out of this term and then make it into a function. So this is what we need to do. We need to apply APCS function to the outcome of A minus B. Is there any question? No? So this is the answer to it. We use the slice technique to get the odd number digits and the even number digits, convert them into integer, and then get the sum of them. All right? Okay? And then we have the difference between A and B. Then we take the absolute value out of it. Okay? This is the answer to it. So the next problem that we are going to work on is this one. So if you have this answer, that means you are going to get 100 out of this problem. You are going to get 100 out of this problem. If this is the only problem that you got the score from, if you got 100 out of 400, you are going to be in a level 2. And then you will have the bonus of 80 points of your term grade if you can do this problem in the APCS exam. So it's not that hard. Is it really hard? Is APCS really hard? No, it's not. Look, it's so easy. All right? Okay. The next one that we are going to work on is this one. The group by on the Sesame Street sequel. This is a sequel. And when Elmo is inviting his good friend on Sesame Street to have a goodbye of cookies. And they live on the Sesame Street they live on is just like most of the cities in the United States. Their street number is actually the coordinates of the house. So the difference between the two street numbers are actually the distance of the two houses. So now they have to decide where the cookies should be sent to. But this time, Zoe went to her grandma's house with her mom. So Zoe is not going to organize the orders for Elmo. So can you tell the difference right here? Let me see. Let me get the first one. This is the first one, all right? Zoe have organized the orders according to the street numbers from small to big, all right? Ascending order. Is there any question? In an ascending order. All right, here. So that's 1 to 10, 5, 46, 83, 119. But this time, Zoe is not doing that for Elmo. You can see that the numbers are messed up. That's 10, 1, 2. That's 83, 119, 46, and 5. They are not in order. Do you know what I'm talking about? So what do we do now? We need to sort it. We need to sort number first. We need to organize and sort the numbers first. And how are we going to do it? All right, let's see. Let's get the answer from the first problem right here. This is the answer from the first problem, first one. And now I'm going to create a new one right here. Okay? There is also a built-in function called sorted. Sorted. To sort means to organize the number into ascending order. To sort the numbers means we want to reorganize the numbers in an assorting numbers. That means the numbers will be bigger and bigger. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay? Any question? But when you have sorted, which is the past particle of the verb, do you know what's past particle? Past particle. PP. Do you know what a PP is? Past the particle. Past the tense. Past the particle. All right? So when we have sorted, it means it's been sorted. It will return a sorted list back to you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay? All right. If you know what I'm talking about, let's see. So, is this the answer to it? Is this the answer to the problem? Now, we input the numbers and split them. And then we sort the numbers in ascending order and save it in S. And then apply the same formula. Will this give us the right answer? Is it going to work? Let's try. Yeah, let's try. Let's try if that will work. Let's try it out. Let's try it out, see if that works. Okay, now, if we have this one, oops. Try. It seems to be working. But not always. But not always. Let's try to submit this answer. See if that will work. And check it. See what's the scores that you are going to get. Exactly, you are going to get 40. Well, it's kind of slow. You are going to get 40 only. Why is that? You know, is this sorted at all? Is this sequence sorted at all? Yes, it is sorted. It is actually sorted in the way of strings. Do you see that? It has 1. This string starts with 1. It starts with 4. It starts with 5. It starts with 8. This is how it is sorted. This sequence is sorted. You know what I'm talking about? Okay? Any question? So if you want to get it right, you have to convert all the number into integers first. How do you do it? Map and input. Yes, exactly. And then we have this map object sorted, and the sorted will return a list to you, and you assign it to S, and then apply this function, this formula to S, and then it will get you the answer. And then this time you'll get 100 out of it. Do you know what I'm talking about? You need to convert it, numbers into integers, strings into integers before you sort it. All right? 有没有问题？ Sorry, I messed up. I don't know why. I don't know why I messed up. I've been teaching this course for past 10 years, exactly, about 10 years. This is the first time that I messed up. Yes. This is the first time that I messed up. I'm sorry about that. Is there any question? No question. And then, all right. Now, do these 2 problems, all right? And be sure you understand what is going on so that next time when we meet, you can solve the problem in the quiz, all right? Okay? All right.